This is going to be my final video on the PowerSlideX slide scanner. I promise. I've done 2 already. If you want to find out more information and more about the specs, there'll be links down below in the description. You can check out those videos. But this video is just to answer some of your questions. I keep getting emails about the scanner, and I thought I would do a final video because I've had it nearly for a year now, and I've been testing over the last 6 months as well, quite thoroughly actually. So I will answer some of your questions in a minute. The other reason for this video is to test the brand new Canon C70. Canon New Zealand have been really good to lend it to me for a week to assess the camera. And I wanted to test it for a YouTube video basically to see how easy it is to use, because it is a cinema camera. It is designed more for video work. I don't think it actually takes photos, but it's designed more for video work, and it has an unlimited record time. So that's actually the C70, and that camera there is the Canon R5. So we'll see how I can match them up. Now, the PowerSlideX is a slide scanner from Pacific Image. Now, it will scan up to 50 slides in one go via the tray system, which fits inside here. And it's an automatic scanner, very, very easy to use. Now, I've covered all the specs and talked a little bit more about it in my other videos, so check them out. Now, what this video is about is the durability of this. How long it will last, how good is it? Because that's what people keep asking me, because it's quite an expensive scanner. It is also very hard to find right now. I'm not sure if Pacific Image is going to carry on making this. I do know last time I spoke to them that they were having trouble getting parts for it. Obviously with COVID-19 and not being able to get parts from around the world and everything else, it's been very hard for them to get parts for this. And as the scanner technology gets older, a lot of manufacturers are not making parts anymore. So if you can find one and you are interested in buying one, I'll leave some links down below to some places that still have them in stock, so you can buy one for yourself. Now, I've scanned over 6,000 slides. It is actually over 6,000 slides, yes it is. And I've not had much of a problem with it, to be truthful. It's frozen up a few times, but that's the software. It's never really let me down. It's just software's frozen up. I've rebooted my computer and everything works fine. I do think it's because the software is quite old and I'm updating my Macs all the time. And I think there's a bit of a clash there, but it works fine after a reboot and I have no problems with it. Now, I've scanned over 6,000 slides. The reason for that is I kind of got carried away. We have Trade Me here, which is New Zealand's version of eBay. And I've been buying a lot of old slides and I kind of got addicted to it. And these slides are basically mostly the New Zealand slides. There are some travel slides as well, but they're from the 60s, 70s and 80s. And it's quite interesting for me, as I'm not a Kiwi or a New Zealander. I'm actually English, obviously, and I've lived here for 15 years. I don't know what New Zealand was like in the 60s, 70s and 80s, to be honest. And there's not a lot of information around on that. So having these slides and seeing what New Zealand was actually like back then is quite fascinating, and I kind of got addicted to it. So I've been scanning a lot of these old slides with the PowerSlideX, the PowerSlideX, and it's been very, very reliable, and the results are very good. At the end of the video, you'll see a slideshow, and that will be some of the slides that I've scanned with this from New Zealand and from overseas. What I would recommend you do, which is what people have asked me about, is the software. I would recommend that you scan a couple of slides first before you do a big batch and test different settings in there. I recommend scanning only in TIFF. So the output is TIFF, do not output in JPEG, because there's no flexibility there. There's no work to be able to do in post. It just falls apart quite easy. If you export in TIFF, you can take a photo like this, which as you can see is underexposed quite a bit, and you can recover quite a bit. And as you can see, you end up with quite a decent image, to be truthful, as long as you scan in the TIFF format. So the output is in TIFF, but I do recommend outputting in the highest resolution you can as well, and also use some of the auto adjustments in there. There's auto contrast and everything else, but don't bother with the dust removal because it doesn't actually do anything. It can't remove the dust. Around about 70 to 80% of the slides that I get are too badly damaged. They've got a lot of mold on them. A lot of them are faded and they're no good. Nothing comes out of it. But every now and then you'll get a slide that you scan that looks really good and it's really nice quality, but the problem I have is I can't remove the dust. I tried wiping them. I don't want to wipe them too hard to remove the dust, so I just scan them with the dust and then I edit them in Photoshop. If any of you guys know of a good way of removing the dust without damaging the slides, please let me know down in the comment section, because I'd be really interested to know if that actually works. And I'll actually do a video on it as well, because a lot of people do ask me about this, if you can remove the dust and the mold. I don't think you can remove the mold. I think it would damage it too much. But if you do know of a way of removing the mold as well, let me know down in the comment section. So I basically take the slide and I put it into Photoshop after it's been scanned in TIFF, and then I will just do a quick edit basically with my Wacom tablet. I just basically get rid of all the dust very, very quickly. It takes me 1 to 2 minutes per slide, and I end up with a half decent result actually. I'm quite happy with what comes out of it. And it's quite nice to know that we can save these slides for future generations. What do you guys want me to do with these slides? I have so many of them now. I'm not sure whether to do a YouTube video or to put them up on Flickr so you can check them out for yourselves. It's quite fascinating to see what New Zealand was like in the 60s, 70s and 80s. The rural areas haven't changed much, to be truthful. They look exactly the same. But obviously the cities do change quite a bit. Auckland has grown so fast now. It's been absolutely fascinating to be here 15 years and see Auckland change. It's been an amazing country to live in, and I've thoroughly enjoyed being here and keep living here basically. So let me know what you want to do with the slides. They're really, really nice slides, and I'd love to share them with you guys. So if you want me to share them in a YouTube video as a slideshow, or you want me to put them in a gallery on Flickr or something like that, let me know down in the comments section. What matters the most is being able to save people's memories. Most of the slides are actually family slides, family moments, or just somebody's husband, somebody's father working on the farm. I do really like this one here of the guy with the tractor. I just think it's so Kiwi. It's just an absolute beautiful photo, and it's really nice to be able to see this and save this for future generations. And that's what it's about. It's about being able to save people's memories for future generations. And that's what I love about this machine. It makes it very, very easy to do that. And the quality that comes out of it is really, really good. This is a really reliable machine. So many people ask me about it and how reliable it is and how easy it is to use. It's incredibly easy. Check out the other 2 videos that I've done. The link is down below in the description. Now I'm going to leave you guys with a slideshow of some of the slides that I've scanned with the Pacific Image PowerSlideX. If you want to learn more about the scanner, there's a couple of links down below in the description on previous videos I've done on the scanner. And I'll also link a couple of places that still have it in stock because it is becoming very, very hard to find at the moment. It's a really good scanner, and it makes life very, very easy if you're scanning a lot of slides. So hope you guys enjoyed this slideshow. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and please share the video. It helps the channel, it helps the video, and it helps people learn about this amazing scanner from Pacific Image. As always, thank you so much for watching.